Today.
One chocolate today.
You grab national and state level, you have to run non-sales, wholesale.
Is like 9,000.
The only mistake I made, I didn't put it in a registration booth with the
Just this ever-evolving story.
Welcome back to Let's Grow Poland. I'm one of your hosts, Logan Stevens, alongside the one, the only Randy Fishbaugh. And then we got the other pair of phenomenal hosts, Kinsey and Jason. But this isn't the Jason that we're used to here. This is the new Jason. So, Jason, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, man, this is Jason Part 2, is what they like to call me around here. I've been brought on to do a little bit of growth and development for the podcast and for Beer Money in general. So, be doing quite a bit of that in the future.
So
Yes, and well, you've seen me before.
yeah, we've all seen you before. Kinsey's been here since day one almost. But it's going to be a great show tonight. We got a ton of stuff lined out. We already see here we have Brad Zeck and the rest of his team here to tell us a little bit about this Poland event. And then right smack dab coming up around this 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern time, we'll have the team of the Tatums out of the South and East. And then after that, we will bring on one of Randy's great friends. So, Kinsey, I believe that you and Jason are taking this one away, and let's hear a little bit from these fine boys here.
Yeah, so Brad, you guys are from the National Micro Mini Pullers, is that right?
Yep, that's what we do.
Gotcha. So it's NMTPA, right?
Yep.
Cool. Can you start with a little bit of the history, how you ended up where you're at now with the micro minis?
Well, I've been a little bit everywhere. I personally, myself, I've been around pulling all my life since I was a knee-high to a grasshopper, I guess. But Dad did it, and then I started pulling antiques way back in the day. And you know how it is, us younger boys want to go faster. You know how that goes. So we took that as far as we could, and then I think it was in 2006 I built my super farm tractor and ran it for a few years, and then we went to 4.1 till I grenaded it. So,
yeah, right.
I thought, well, probably over with, getting grandkids, that type thing. And then I went down to a toy show last April, and I ended up purchasing my first micro mini tractor. So
awesome.
So now I got 8 of them. So
8 of them?
8 of them. Yeah, got 2 more on the way. This fella right here to my right's building me another one, and I got another one coming out of the north. So yeah. But this is Gary Job here to my right. He's our Indiana representative. One thing, a deal about micro mini tractors versus all the other polling that you guys know and that Doug knows is we're one organization. You know, when you get the big tractors, you got NTPA, PPL, whatever. But usually they got a little different twist of the rules, you know. But one thing nice about our deal is everybody runs the same rules, so it really works out good.
We're split up into states, though. We're a national organization, but then we have state titles that go along with this. Say if you're from Indiana, Ohio, Wisconsin, wherever you are, there'll be state winners, but then you're still in a national organization, but it's split up among several states is the way it rolls.
That's super cool with all that. Tell us a little bit kind of what micro mini pulling is, because many of us been to a tractor pull, but they might not have ventured into this world of small scale stuff.
Well, there's 7 classes. We have a 3-pound pro stock, which is
Right,
what that is
right here. That's a 3-pound pro stock.
That's similar to what they are. We have another class that's real similar to that. They weigh 5 pounds. Then we have a super stock class. They also weigh 5 pounds, but the motors get bigger and the tires get bigger. Then we go up to we have a 2-wheel drive class. They only weigh 4 pounds, but they're an unlimited engine and a little longer chassis and all that. I mean, if you want to run a 454 Chevy on it and you can make it weigh 4 pounds, more power to you. So, and then we have our 4-wheel drive class, which is, see, we have one of those here. There's a 4-wheel drive. These are a limited motor, but a pretty good sized motor. And then we go into an unlimited class. And what am I forgetting?
Oh, semis.
Yeah, we also have
There's an
semis.
unlimited there. And what's amazing is how much you think them little dudes will pull. It's the percentage of what they pull compared to
Those weigh 6 pounds.
Yeah.
And they'll pull on a good day better than 600.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's wild. I'm excited to be at the event. So the event coming up that we're talking about, the event in question, I guess you should say, is on the 7th. Is that correct?
That's the Saturday. Yes, the 7th. We're pulling at 10 o'clock in the morning and we're pulling at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So
Awesome.
we'll run all 7 classes both times. We're going to run this. I'm kind of putting a little twist to this. I'm going to run this kind of like Bowling Green. We're running the two separate sessions, but in each particular class, I'll add your distances, or we will add your distances together between your first hook on the 10 o'clock show and the 2 o'clock show, and whoever has the longest distance is a distance champion. We got plaques for all them classes. I think it's gonna be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's neat. That's a great idea.
So
Fantastic.
something I wanted to try, and we'll just see how it works out, But I think it's going to work out good.
We're going to have to do a floating finish with that. To make that.
No pull-offs?
No pull-offs?
We're going to see. We'll have a driver's meeting. We'll just see what the vote is on that. I don't care either way. I'll make whatever happens. But
How about the track?
our track is
24.
we got 24 foot, but we're pulling 16. And most time in Indiana, we'll run a 16-foot full pull line. Okay. And when you go up north and out west, they'll run a 20. It's actually 21 foot. But it's called a 24-foot track. And our tracks are 24 inches wide by the length. And when you hook up to the sled, you've got 6 feet to make a decision. Just kind of like big tractor pulling, you got 75 feet or whatever. We got 6 feet. So if you don't like your hook, you better get out of it. So
I've heard there's some track prep involved in this too. What could you explain a little bit of that to us?
Just basically what we're getting is rubber off the tires going on because we've got silicone, we've got hard rubber. You'll get rubber on the track. You'll get alcohol and fuel on the tracks because we overfuel these things amazingly. They wouldn't even run if we didn't overfuel them. I mean, they spray fuel everywhere. If you didn't do that, they wouldn't even run. They just lean out and quit. So we have to have track wipers to actually clean the track between each run, and that's very important.
yeah, we spray the track down between. It only takes 30 seconds, but we spray the track down with denatured alcohol and wipe it down with a rag between each hook, so everybody's got even chance. So the track's good and dry all the time.
Gotcha, for sure. So how much, like on the top end of this, when you're when you're getting to those bigger classes, how much weight are they really putting in this sled? Like, is there a pound number, I guess?
Once you get past the 5-pound pro stock, up in the super stock classes, you're running 300 pounds, and then you gain pretty quick. You get up into 4-wheel drives, they'll pull 400. the semis and the unlimiteds anymore. The semis have been out pulling the unlimiteds. I mean, they've been way up there, 600. You know, it's pretty amazing. Now the semis do weigh more. They weigh 7 pounds as opposed to the unlimiteds just weighing 6. Yeah, I mean, 600 isn't unheard of. And I don't know why, but years ago we were to pull somewhere and they pulled 1,000 pounds. They didn't get it out the end, but they moved it. And probably running half track. I think it was in a pull off out in Wisconsin. But that's been a few years ago. But I remember them pulling 1,000 pounds. I don't know how the sled hung on to it, but it did.
I went to Pennsylvania this year, and for some reason, the second day, I ended up second with this unlimited here, and we had 850 on the sled.
850.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, it's got to do with your humidity, the track temperature, your tire temperature. Now this weekend, everything's going to be dry because it's winter time. There's not a lot of humidity in the air. It probably won't take a whole bunch of weight to get them calmed down. But who knows? You know, we just don't know.
I think my tractor's going to pull 100 pounds more than your tractor.
Will it?
I think it might.
I didn't know that. Well, that's good to know.
All right,
because then I'll prepare for that.
I want you to. But I'm learning from the best. These guys right here.
But you're also talking about your hometown pull, and nobody does get into your hometown
pull. He'll fall on his face. You know he will.
Sometimes my mouth overrides my nose. You know what?
Sounds like everybody's going to turn them up already.
Oh yeah, we're going to be on. We have a good time. All of us help each other. That's the great thing about this thing is if guys having an issue over there's always 2 or 3 guys run over and try to help you get going. That's a nice thing. It's really cool. I seen there was a question about the night, what percentage of nitro we run. I'm going to say we run everywhere from 30 to 50% nitro, depending on what we're doing. I think I'm close, don't you think, Gary?
I think you're right on the money.
Yeah, and that's what we do. You know, I run a couple of them on 35, and I run some of them on 50. So just depends.
It depends on the engine and what class you're running. We won't get it. We don't want to let that information out.
Well, I know I'm not. I know I'm not because I got to pull 100 pounds more than he does this weekend.
That's fantastic. That's great.
We do try to help each other out, but there are a few secrets we do keep away from each other. So you know, it's just good competition. You know.
Right, for sure. Yeah, I'm seeing questions about Coca-Cola dip tires over here, so I think everybody's kind of thinking the way you are. That's great. So if you're somebody that doesn't know a whole lot about this and wants to come out and hang out at the event, how many pullers are going to be there?
I'm going to say probably in the neighborhood of 15. But you take 15 pullers, 7 classes, and a lot of those pullers have 2 in each class. You're talking a bunch. You'll probably have 100 hooks per session.
Wow!
So when you stretch that out,
yeah, I think so. Because you got what, 12? You and Ellen?
No, we'll pull 16 machines between my wife and I.
Yeah.
She's standing over there. She just didn't want to be on camera.
Have to get more.
She's as nutty as I am.
And Doug's thinking about getting into it, so I don't know. He's running with a rough crowd here.
I have no responsibilities here whatsoever. I just get out there.
Great. So with that many vehicles, how long do you expect the event to last that day?
Actually, if we don't have any breakage on the sled or anything like that, I'm going to say we could run those through in a little over 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about what kind of the tire prep is, and then what is actually the surface that you're pulling on? Is it like a ski ball lane, or what are we pulling on here?
It's plywood with polyurethane.
Okay. So what all can you do to the tires on them? I know you guys have your secrets, but
okay, you can't add anything to the tire. On the pro stocks, they're just a hard rubber tire. The only thing you can clean them with is alcohol, and how you do that is to your preference.
And then on the others, the silicone tires like super stocks, they are a foam rubber side. If you see them, they're like foam rubber, and then they've got a silicone coating on them.
like these right. Well,
Yeah.
all these.
Yeah, like this tire right here on this tractor. That's starting to look dull, but I've washed it down a lot with alcohol. But that's silicone, see, on the outside, and then you got foam rubber in here.
Hang on 1 second. Put it back.
On the back.
There it is.
Yep.
Got
There
foam
we
So
go.
rubber.
people can
Got
see
foam
it.
rubber. That's real heavy foam rubber in there, and then you got a coating of that's silicone coating on the outside. Kind of an art to do that.
Okay.
That's neat. That's
So
really cool.
if someone wanted to get into this, where do you start? With
5 pound pro stock.
okay.
I mean, that's just where you go because that's probably the less likely to crash. It's a good heavy class. It's real stable. Yeah, you can wreck them, but it's a very stable class to start. The 3 pound pro stocks can get wicked if you don't know what you're doing, hitch too high, weights in the right place, and they can just go wacko. I've wrecked a few of them myself over the years, but the 5 pound pro stock's probably the most stable. And then if you want to move up into the foam rubber class, I would say 4-wheel drive would be the next most stable class because you never see a 4-wheel drive wreck. They just don't.
I started with the super stock myself.
And
5 pound super stock. I started that last April.
That's not a bad class, but
It gets with it.
yeah, they get with it.
And the 4-wheel drives get with it too.
Yeah, this is one of Brad's brand new ones. He built this in memory of his dad, and it will be
The
the first run maiden voyage will be on the 7th.
Yeah, this week.
So if I wanted to build one or get one, where would I go to find the rule set or a builder for one?
Okay, you can go on our website and you can get the rules. But then as far as, parts and all that, there's some listings of some names on there, some people that's available that can build these things. Right now I'm swamped. I build a few of them, but I'm swamped right now. There's a guy in Minnesota and there's a guy in Iowa that does them. There is no kit you can buy. A lot of people will go to a pool and they'll say, well, where do you get the kit to put this together? Well, there is no kit. These things are made and engineered from scratch.
Homegrown.
Yes, they're homegrown.
Pop it off, show me inside of it.
Yeah.
Well, just like this right here. This one here I think was built in Minnesota.
I have this chassis. This chassis right here was built in Minnesota, which is the frame, and all that. I put an engine on it, and I put tires on it. But the chassis was built in Minnesota, which he does the same thing. Gary does, and there's, like you said, a couple other guys that do it. But
Yeah.
that's what we do with that. These here are the pickup trucks. If you notice this yellow cord, that's the throttle. So we take that up to the line, and you basically on the 4-wheel drives is nice. I like pulling them because you just grab the weight bracket, pick them up. Okay, you're not trying to hold everything. So you go up there and hitch up to the sled. You got your throttle, so you can let they'll idle down. Tires will almost stop. Set them down the track, and then then you get into it, and away you go. And then you just hammer it and hang on, and away you go.
We've seen a lot of questions on our social media about what the plastic guide is, how that all works, and what the story is with that. Can you tell us a little more about what that's all about?
We have no remote steering, and never have had. They used to guide them, and I wasn't in it back then. They used to guide them with a couple of sticks. I guess I never saw it done.
First one I had one 30 years ago, and you did it with really a tongue depressor.
Okay, yeah,
You got to guide them.
a stick or whatever. But then they come up with the plastic U with a handle on it, and it's clear where you can still see the vehicle. But that seems to be the safest way to do it. You still wreck them; they'll still go wacko if you don't have your stuff
About
right.
30 years ago, they just went real slow, and they didn't have much power. These
Right.
babies here, you got to have that. You got to
When
have
this
that.
started out, that was a Cox motor.
Yes.
You
And they
get it anywhere.
were from what I understood, they were geared like 1,000 to 1.
They were.
Like
And they would go.
You could go get a sandwich and come
Yeah.
back, and you might.
But now, like these. Here I am giving out free information. But like these
Keep
three.
talking to me, Gary.
like
Keep talking
these-
to me. I got 100 pounds on your face.
He's over there. He's over there tuning on his as you speak.
Well, like these 3 pound pro stocks, I would say average gear ratio would be about 100 to 1. and then you could even go faster than
I
that.
changed my gear ratio from last time. I'm going to tell you what it is.
I don't care. I'm faster.
It really did.
But yeah, and then you know, like a 5-pound pro stock, you'd say you'd have 150 to 1 because they're pulling more weight. You've got more weight to the tractor. You know, an unlimited about 100 to 1. I'm not sure what those 4-wheel drives. Those 4-wheel drives are pretty quick.
Yeah.
anymore.
So these dudes right here, these pro stocks, you've seen the throttles on them others, but this is a throttle right here on these pro stocks. So basically, what you're doing is you got to carry this thing up, get it hooked up, and just before you get it kind of blowed out, and just before you set it down, you let off of it, and it goes wide open. You set it down, and it just goes. So you don't really throttle them; they just go. But the bigger
you
classes,
can run a hand throttle on those little ones. It's
not legal.
There's not any, huh?
It's not illegal.
No.
It's not legal.
A few guys are experimenting with it. It's a little bit of a trick to get it to work.
Well, at Toy Show, I pulled one for Billy, and it had a hand throttle. It was kind of weird, on that size.
You have to run a clutch. Can't run
One thing
Yeah.
about this is, though,
right.
it is affordable
Yeah, that's the thing.
for
the
kids,
the
for father and son, father, daughter, whoever. You can get into this very, very reasonable.
And you don't
and
need
you can throw them in the back of your truck.
You don't need a long nose Kenworth to get the thing to the track.
No.
Well, that was
Well,
good.
that's no fun.
Right. Yeah. Who won Jake race?
Yeah, it's cool. We just put them back to the pickup truck. If you drive a Chevy, it'll get 30 miles a gallon. Just letting you know. So
I don't care. We're going to get 40. So anyway, but
Before
his whole bed of his truck is filled with these things, and likewise with Gary.
Well, we've got a war wagon
yeah,
now
he's
because
got-
we got
yeah.
tired of carrying it all. So we now have a wagon that everything goes in. We got ramps, and we bought a big van that everything goes up in.
And wait a minute, we were talking about economic and just
Well-
no haulers, and now you're
Well,
talking about
It's not a long nose Kenworth with a 53-foot trailer. It's just a
Dang.
full size
you
van.
got
and
an
it
old
works.
hippie van.
Shoot.
We call it.
Yeah, it's an old hippie van.
But,
so
if you could put a dollar amount
just
on
to
it.
give you an idea, like what would this take to get into this money right here?
That one right there, I'd say around 600.
I probably got 800 in it.
Do you?
Yeah, because I had
Well,
tires without the tires.
I'm thinking if I built one myself.
Yeah, we bought it brand new. Well,
Yeah, you're probably talking 800.
no, but there's always a lot of the. Well, I'll say a lot of them. There's some of these guys. You'll see them come up for sale, and they sell reasonable.
400 or 500 for
Yeah.
a pro stock.
Yeah.
You were talking about this earlier, the 4-wheel drive. Yes, it is chain drive.
Yes, to the rear. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
From
Yeah.
front
it
to
is,
rear,
yeah,
yes,
front
it
to
is.
rear.
So
Yeah.
you would be looking around 500 to 600 to get into it at an entry level, is what you're saying.
Competitive.
Yes.
No, be competitive though. You can be competitive at that.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the first tractor I bought, I've known him a couple of years, but when I bought it at the Carroll County Toy Show, I pulled it the second session. Never did one before, except for them little ones years ago. I kind of had them in the middle of the class. Well, then the first real pull, the first pull I pulled into was his pull. And I got lucky that day and won it. Remember that?
I heard about it.
That was his first tractor. Now, how many do you have now? Within a year.
8. I got 8 right now on the ground. I got 3 more.
So yes,
3 more in line.
yes,
so
it's addicting.
I was gonna say it sounds
I'm
like
not
it's
following
pretty
it.
addictive.
I'll tell you something else about this that I like. It just brought up a thought from me that when you pull my big tractor, when I used to pull 4-1 pro stock and all that stuff, yeah, we had a good time. But like you said, you had to drag it there with a 53-foot trailer. You unloaded it. You went through tech. You sat there half the day. You went out there and hooked the sled. You went 15 seconds and you was done. When we do these shows, I keep adding because that way I can kind of play with in each class.
And we pull all day.
In the radio plays, everybody gets muted.
we'll have most polls anymore, and this is kind of a trend actually that Indiana started. We'll have a poll in the morning and a poll in the afternoon rather than just have one poll. That way you get in your points and all that for two polls. And if you screwed up in the morning, you can have some lunch, think about what you did, maybe change something to pull in the afternoon. And plus the temperature will usually change in the afternoon, especially in the summertime. So, there's things like that. And you're just getting, and like my wife and I, we're running 16 vehicles. So we're going to do 32 hooks in a day's time. So we had a bunch of pulling
per session.
Yeah,
For sure.
16 per session.
yeah.
32 for the day. And two. So that's like Brad was saying, he drives 200-300 miles with this big diesel truck hauling one tractor, gets one shot down the track, and they're done. That's all they get. So with this sport, you get a lot more, I call it, enjoyment out of it.
That's what I'm kind of liking about it
for the
too.
buck.
Yeah, bang for your buck. And the buck isn't, you're not spending $250,000 to put a tractor together.
No.
Plus the stuff to get it there.
But we enjoyed the big tractors. It just
I love watching
different time of life, and for me, getting grandkids and all that. So
And they're all over the United States. It's just not Indiana.
Oh
Or
no,
wherever. This is everywhere.
we're from Tennessee to Minnesota,
Pennsylvania.
Kansas, across to Pennsylvania. That's
Wow. Well, I'm sure we could sit here and talk about this all day long because you boys have a ton to say.
Well, you can tell we have fun.
You guys have a blast with stuff. Let's bring it full circle. I want to hear one quick point from each of you on what you're looking forward to this weekend, what anyone should know. And then I think Kinsey has a video that she'd like to play, and then we will keep on rolling.
I'll start it. All right, so I'm looking forward to getting all the guys together from these other states. Comes into our place, have a little fun there, doing some different things like the trophies this year that we've never done in the past, and just enjoying the day, I guess, for me.
for me, this is our first time out this year. I'm kind of anxious to see what stuff's going to do, and see where we're at. So, we'll have a morning session, and then maybe if we got to tweak something, we'll go to the afternoon session and see how we get along.
You're going to be 100 pounds short.
I'm hoping to be. I'm hoping to be about 100 foot ahead of you.
Wow.
Yeah. One thing that's really intriguing to me is we're going to do this in a shop. We don't have a 300-foot track. We don't have to prep it, like the big boys do. We don't have to go out here and make a track. We have to spend all week doing it and everything else. We've got plenty of seating for crowd that wants to come in and see this, and we're going to host a new pool this year.
Oh yeah, up north,
up in Geneva at Amishville, USA.
Yep.
We're going to have 2 sessions up there on a Saturday, August 15th, and Brad's got me talked into it, and now I can't quit thinking about
We
this.
might be able to get by then.
Yeah, we'll have some vehicles. We'll start taking bets on how many you'll have by then.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, we're gonna segue out here. We've got a video of your old tractor smoking red, and we were gonna transfer off into the other vehicles with that. If you guys want to check that out, and we'll kind of toss it over to Logan here.
I want to the water flutter.
Yeah, we noticed that earlier too.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you guys for having us, and
Appreciate it.
looking for you guys to see you this Saturday, and we'll try to have a good day.
Yeah, we'll see you down there. I'm excited about it.
That sounds awesome. Well, best of luck to you guys. Have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend.
We'll
Thank
see
you.
Saturday.
Yeah.
See you down there.
Thank you. All right.
There you go,
so
folks.
I did this one.
Brad Zeck and his crew with a whole bunch of little mini pulling tractors. Now we're going to jump to the other side of the spectrum. Let's go big 6,200-pound super modified pulling. We got the one and only Team Tatum here, Lisa and Tony. How's it going? Can they hear us? That's a good question.
He's got us.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Okay,
They
maybe.
might not have us.
Slight technical difficulties.
Oh, well, I heard her voice.
There you are.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yes.
We got you. What's going on, y'all?
I think we got you now.
I think so.
How's it going, y'all?
I don't think they can hear us.
I don't
Can they
think
hear
they can either.
No.
Do-do-do.
Now what do we do?
Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
I'll try.
I see where their speaker. Like, are they on a phone, a laptop? I'm guessing on the phone. Yeah.
Yeah, they can't hear you. Okay, we'll do this.
We can hear them. We're not sure if they can hear us.
Team Tatum.
We're working on it.
Oh, now it's gonna echo.
There we go. All right.
Goodbye.
This better now?
Yeah, we're gonna try it on the old cell phone, guys.
Oh, that'll work.
Yeah.
Team
always
Tatum reporting
work.
live. We are.
There it is.
Well, we had to steal you for about 30 minutes, get you out of the pulling shop here, to ask you a couple questions about this big old event coming up here in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So, first of all, how's it going? How's preparations going? Give us the rundown, the 300-foot flyby on that.
At the Hillsborough pool in the summer, we had a turnbuckle on the fuel system linkage that broke. And so it shut the fuel off on one side of the hat. Unfortunately, we run 2 barrel valves, so it only got half the fuel and immediately detonated. So after replacing a few pistons, a few rods, a few pins, a few valves, it was back together, and we only put 3 runs on it afterwards. So I decided it was fresh enough that we were just going to mothball it and put the motor or put the truck back and get ready to see if we made it to the farm show. So since then, got it, back out. Have gone through the valves, changed the oil, put a lighter weight oil for the cold weather. Got a fresh cut on the tires, and then basically just cleaning it up and getting it ready to go.
I forgot to mention this. I believe this to be, from what Lisa told me, Tony's first podcast here. So
That's it.
You are correct.
we're doing new things here.
Well,
So
welcome.
what do we got left to do before the farm show kicks off here in a little over a week?
Well, the main thing we're going to have to try to do is dig the snow out of the way to get the hauler out of the shop. I've been working on it for 2 days. It's not been good. We had snow and then sleet and then snow, and we're expecting more snow tomorrow. So
Wow.
it's starting to getting a little scary. But otherwise, like I say, basically just clean it up and get it ready to go. We are, after the farm show, I am working with Mike Janis of Janis Superchargers, and we're going to get a new blower and for the Park City truck, and try a few changes there and see if we can step it up just a little bit. We didn't have time to get it before the farm show, so we're going to run it as is.
Had to put the right hat on for the conversation here.
Okay.
We love Mike and all the stuff he does. Mike's an awesome guy with stuff. So hopefully, sounds like you got some cool stuff coming along with that.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Well, I'm just going to say, as far as after the farm show and going into next season, we've only run the one truck, the Park City truck, for 2 seasons. Basically because I turned 70 and had a second knee replacement 3 years ago. So I kind of stepped back and we just ran the one. Our intentions for the coming year is I'm going to get back in the seat of Park City. And we're going to plan to bring Full Throttle back out with Lisa driving it. We'll run the Park City on the Fent High Stakes Series and also the Pro Pulling. And we're going to run just Full Throttle on just the Pro Pulling Series.
So you guys got a full summer ahead of you there with stuff. So that's good seeing that you're going to be back in the seat. I know we're all excited at that. Let's catch up on a couple things here. What got you guys started with this?
Well, I started in 1984 with a naturally aspirated 2-wheel drive truck that we ran with the Kentuckiana Truck Pullers Association around in the 3-state area. So this will be my 42nd year of pulling. And then we ran that for a few years. And then we started, we put the supercharger on we were running a big block Chevy. We put the supercharger on it and found out quickly that we couldn't keep the heads on it. So in 1994, I teamed up with John and Brian Knox of the original Sassy Racing Engines, and we've been with them since then. Now, 2 years ago, I changed with Brian and Boyd Performance. We went to we were running Brad Anderson block and Vinnie heads on all the motors, and we went to a full Brad Anderson top to bottom. And so basically, Park City is Brad Anderson with Mike Janis blower and hat, a full pull promotions chassis. It's got a Profab 5-speed from Larry and Chad Mayhill pulling tires. And I guess it's going to be me as a driver again.
So you'll be back in the seat. Lisa, are you driving at the farm show here soon?
Yeah. We went ahead and put me in to get one last lap on it after, because it's one of those things that where we feel like whoever drove it during the season is who should, drive it, at the farm show. So we went ahead and put me in there. And I tell you, since I started my business a couple of years ago, I've been real hands off with the trucks. I've just kind of been a hired gun that gets to show up and have all the fun. So I am excited for Dad to get back behind the wheel this summer, and we'll see how crazy it is with 2 trucks and a small crew. But we're looking forward to it. Great time with the family and great people, and so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's awesome with all that. And Rob Guy, he's been a guy we've had on the podcast here before, talking with you guys up there at Farley. That's the thing. Team Tatum will big league no one. Go up to them, doesn't matter. Heck, they might even do it in the staging lanes. I wouldn't recommend it, but go up, say hi to them. They're not strangers at all. You want to tell us so quickly what the rules are, what the kind of spec is of your truck, and then what kind of motor? I know you just kind of talked about that a little bit, Tony, but give us quick overview on some of the what's the supercharger, how many cubic inches, stuff like that.
Well, I would tell you, but I might have to kill you. But no, really, our class has a 575 cubic inch limit. We're running a 567, like I say, Brad Anderson block, Brad Anderson heads, Brad Anderson. Well, I take that back. A Vinnie setback intake. We run Mike Janis superchargers and the Mike Janis hat. Of course, a Brian Knox fuel system. We run methanol, strictly methanol, no additives, no nitro, no nitrous, anything like that. Not sure what else to tell you.
We're not going to ask you for gear ratio on it. So
No,
Wait.
you're not. No, you're not.
well, you have 1 in 5 shot of getting it right with your profab box. So when are you guys heading out to the pool?
Well, it's in our backyard, so I don't know. There's hopefully it's going to be up in the 50s, 60s, so that we can actually. I mean, we're literally at this point we are snowed in. We had an ice storm come in, and so there's 6 to 8 inches of permafrost. It's not like like a northern snow. So we're just kind of hanging out and waiting to thaw out, and we'll get down there. Like I said, it's about 35 minutes away, so we'll get down there sometime before I pull Thursday night.
So do you guys spend the whole weekend down there? Or do you go back and forth every night?
We go back and forth every night. We're only 40 miles from Broadbent, so we come back and regroup and then get back down there early the next morning. But like I say, we plan on at the very latest. I think it's supposed to be 43 degrees here Tuesday of that week. So if nothing else, we'll have it loaded, and in 40 minutes or so, I'll be at Broadbent.
I'll volunteer to come
to get a
down there and
hotel.
scoop snow for you because we want to see you there with stuff. That's awesome. So what day do you pull on?
Thursday night
Thursday.
and Saturday
Thursday
night.
night?
And
Yeah.
there you go.
Thursday night
There
and
you go.
Saturday.
Yeah,
she said.
Thursday night and Saturday night.
We're manifesting. We're manifesting over here.
That's
Mhm.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the mentality you got to have. So let's talk a little bit of history with stuff. How many times have you guys been to the farm show?
Good question.
I guess we should call it the championship tractor pull instead of the farm show, but we all know what we're talking about here.
Well, as far as attending, I attended the 1969 pull. I think it was the second or third pull of the farm show as far as watching, and have missed a few through the years, but I've been there every year since. As far as pulling, TJ, my son, pulled the old original Foolish Pleasure in
93, 94.
93 or 4, I think it was. I guess I should have done a little more history on that. And then Lisa pulled the old Foolish Pleasure down there in 2000 through 2002, I think. And then we built the new Full Throttle. And of course, she was the first female to ever win a finals in the two-wheel drive truck class in 2003. So we've there again, we've been off a few years, but we've had 2 trucks down there almost every year since then. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot of jackets.
Yeah. I may start a sale on the farm show jackets and
No, we
caps.
won't.
I'm sure you could get a pretty penny for those out there on the good old eBay with stuff. So that was my next question is what was your guys' best performance down there? It sounded like that 2003 year was a good year to you.
Yeah, that was the best year. And then we've been in the top 3 or 4 in the preliminaries several times, and even in the finals a few times as far as that. But like I said, I'm not that good at keeping records like that. I guess I should, but it's enough to brag about anyway.
Yeah. Lisa, if you could see this picture, what year? This is 2025, I believe. Was this the Saturday night or was this your preliminary night?
It was the preliminary night. I got third, the preliminary night, and then I missed getting to take a picture Saturday night with my whole family by about this much. So I got 4th in the final. So I was just super proud. My first year getting to drive Dad's truck down there, and so all the nerves, all the pressure. So and I mean, gosh, there are just no slouches. So I felt super fortunate. And man, I mean, if I could even just repeat that performance, I'd be stoked.
Chris wants to know, have you always stuck to the S10 body? Are you Chevrolet, or have you ever swapped it up with going with a little bit different of a style?
Well, when I started pulling, we used an 84 Chevy pickup, full size pickup. But then at the store, we always had S10 delivery vehicles. So it was just kind of natural to go with the S10. And then Jeff McPherson worked with GTS to do that, to make that body. If you notice, if you look at it, you can tell the nose is extended quite a bit from a regular S10. So it gives you more room to get the motor forward and have more room in the driver's compartment. And then, of course, the bed is stretched and everything. But that body, I give credit to Jeff McPherson. He's the one that got that body started. And they had S10s like that, and I always looked up to them. So I wanted to be just like Tricky Dick. So, he was my hero. So we could start with S10s, and I can't let it go. Plus, the newer, bigger bodies, I can't get in the trailer.
That's awesome with all that. You don't want any of that Ford found on road dead stuff. So,
hey, we run an auto parts store. So I love all makes and models. Especially when they break down. I really love them.
That's hilarious.
We'll sell you a part to anything. Toyota, Nissan, Ford, Dodge, Ram, Chevy, you name it, we'll do it.
That's hilarious.
And seriously, where we stack the two trucks on top of each other in the trailer, we only have about 3 inches above Park City to the lift and about 2 inches from the top of full throttle to the top of the trailer. As a matter of fact, it bounces. We have had it touch the trailer top a couple of times.
Yikes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's something we've seen with our mini rods, where there's just a couple minor scuffs on the tops of the cages where you got them stacked in there so tight with stuff. Mm-hmm. So you talked about, phenomenal performances at the farm show. What's some of your favorite memories from there? Going all the way back to where you are.
Are we just talking about like the championship tractor pull?
Yeah. It could be anything and everything. What's some of your best stories from down there?
Well, I just think that, my brother made his debut when he was in high school. I made my debut there when I was in high school. One of my favorite stories that Dad didn't tell is when he went to the one in the 60s. He was in high school, and those cheap seats. And at the time, they didn't have the smoke tube. They didn't have ventilation like they did. So he's barely seeing anything. And he's looking at his buddies going like, I'll be pulling down there one day, but do you really think that's going to happen? And then now, both of his kids have gone down there, and, we've got Dad and me and TJ in pictures in the winner's circle there. And that's just, especially for that basically being a hometown pull for us. And so, they always say it's the hardest to win closest to home. Just the fact that, that we've got, decades worth of pictures down there. And they used to have, I always called it the green carpet. They used to have that green AstroTurf to stand on for pictures. And so, it's just been neat to be able to make family memories. I think, this whole sport in general for me, it's about getting out on the track. I won't lie. I love the adrenaline, but it's about people, and it's about spending quality time with my family. So it's just been neat to kind of like grow up down there.
Yeah, I guess probably a couple of things for me. I never will forget the first time I walked through the tunnel into the track and looked up, and the place was packed. And I don't know, it took my breath. Of course, I'd been down there, watched, like she said, sitting up in the stands, thinking, boy, I wish I could be down there. Boy, I wish I could be down there. And when we first got in and I walked in through that tunnel coming in there, it absolutely I almost cried. I'll be honest with you. I almost cried. Maybe I did a little bit. The other thing, my son TJ, I got out of the seat and let him start driving for a while. And I don't know about Lisa, but he was destined to be in it, because we were there watching one year, the year before he was born. Betty, my wife Betty, was pregnant with TJ, and that was there again. It was before the smoke tube, and after about half or maybe one class, you could see down to the floor, but you could not see straight across the stands because the smoke was. And she got sick, and we had to leave. So I said, "Well, I guess he'll be right." So he's already got diesel smoke in him. So that's something I always stuck with. So, but he's keeping the store running and everything, and he's in lately where that we could get away, and with the long travels, you got to leave so early and you get back so late. It wasn't like the early days when we would leave after work, go pull, come back home, and go to work the next day. It's just a little different.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know I was talking to Lisa a little bit last year during the farm show. What's kind of the feeling sitting there Saturday night finals? I mean, you got one shot at it. What's going through your head?
Everything and nothing. I mean, you are talking to a blonde. It's just one of those that I think it starts when you make it to the finals and they tell you to broadbent and not back to your trailer. I think that's when it starts. And then on Saturday morning, when you get to go draw your number and you get your pit passes for Saturday and you get, it starts then. And I think for me, more than anything, it's gratitude. Like, I know that no matter what, I've proven myself. There's just, 6 of us or whatever, pulling in the finals. And so I just try to take the pressure off and just really enjoy being there.
That's awesome with all that. I mean, it's truly one of the events. It's one of a kind. There's nothing that really relates to it. I mean, as with any year, the competition's absolutely stacked this year. Who, as you look down through the list, you go, I really want to beat that person, or are you guys just going out there to do the best you can?
As far as I'm concerned, we're trying to beat that sled. I mean, you're always out there, you're out there to win, and you're always trying to beat everybody, but there's not really anybody. There's not anybody in that class that I think that we've got them covered. I'll be honest with you. I mean, so basically we're just trying to beat Von Dyer with that sled, and if we beat him, we got it made.
That's awesome with all that. So, what's kind of for those who don't know, I've never had the chance to pull inside. I know they had the Western Farm Show up here in my neck of the woods, and then they had I forget what they call it now. It's been so long, but they're in Hale Arena with stuff. You've pulled in there a couple times with that. What's it like doing that? Thank you. What's it like? I mean, you're coming up on that sand pile quickly. So what kind of driving differences goes into pulling outdoors versus indoors with stuff? What's some of the changes you have to make? I mean, there's a lot of changes with the truck, but along with the driving style.
It's a short track. I mean, the biggest thing is it's a short track. And one big thing to touch on as far as for us, when we pull outdoors with PPO, we don't see Von Bauer sled very often. And man, I mean, that thing is like, we just really in the sport of pulling, I don't know that everybody appreciates what goes into like these sled builders, that's a lot of work. We're making more and more horsepower. And so to get us stopped and put on a good show, and Von's pan to me feels, heavier. And gosh, you can just really get up and run there in the farm show. And so you're right, that sand pile is coming so fast. And that's where I really do have the utmost trust in Vaughn as a sled operator. He's going to get me stopped. And no offense to Dad, but I will rip the nose off of it. It is the farm show, and everything can be fixed. And
Right.
And I know he supports me in that. He's like, if you get lucky enough to hit the sand, just make sure you hit the mag. We don't want, we want to immediately cut off the airflow so sand's not going in. But so it's just, everything does happen faster, and it's just a shorter track. And so then, obviously, set up, gear, everything, you have to act accordingly.
So there's no fear at all going into it that we're just going to shove a truck right through the sand pile.
Yeah, he's put it in there about 2 foot deep, at least once or twice.
I got fussed at. There's the funny picture of Mike Witt down there at the end of the track. I mean, I shoved full throttle in the sand, and they had to shovel me out. And you can see Mike West kind of giving me the, like, that was cool, but don't do that again.
Don't do that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So you got big pull coming up with the farm show. Give us real quick kind of what your plans are for the season. I know you talked about it a little bit there at the beginning. Where are we going to see you this season?
Well, I guess depending, there's voting for this Pullers Championship in Nashville, Illinois. I don't know where we were in the top 20 or whatever, so I don't know how that vote will go. But then I guess our first pull will be that Fent High Stakes pull in Ohio. So there's 5 of those events. We're going to plan on running those with Park City, and then run both the trucks, the full Champions Tour with both trucks. So, and then maybe there's a few special pulls around here local that we hit, a couple of charity pulls, and then if it works out, we usually run out at our fair here in Nelson County. That's a 2-nighter. So basically, with that would be about all we have time for.
Well, that's awesome with that. Hopefully they park the 2-wheelers next to the minis, because we'll be hopefully seeing you around some. You guys are always a grand time to be around. Who would you like to thank? Sponsors, family, you name it. And the farm show's coming quick, so get prepared for that. Who do you want to thank?
Well, I guess first of all, start with my wife for putting up all this. Thank my son TJ he helps me with the motors as he can. He keeps the store running to get us out on the track. Of course, thanks Lisa for her help and when she can, and the driving and the work at the tracks. And then Park City, of course, they've been with me for quite a while. And of course, our store is a Park City store, so they've helped us along with parts and backing and everything like that. Of course, Brian Knox and Boyd Performance, Profab pulling transmissions, Chad Mayhill, and Bob Barkley with full pull chassis. All those work together if we do it right, and we can make some good pulls.
And a man like Janice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just pieces and parts there. But yeah, Mike Janice, I got to say,
that's awesome.
To mess my blower up.
That's awesome. Well, I'm sure we'll have you on a couple more times before the year's over and get your podcast number up a little bit. So there you heard it, folks. Vote for him for the Pullers Championship. And I'll be down there, and I'm sure a lot of us will also be down there watching you and hoping for you to give it your all there at the farm show. So as for that, thank you all very much. I know you guys probably have a lot of other stuff on your mind right now that you got to take care of before stuff. So I will let you all get back to that. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank y'all. Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. See you next week.
Oh, every time I do that.
He's down.
There you go, folks. The one, the only Tony and Lisa Tatum. Well, that's my segment. I think Randy's bringing on one of his good friends here.
Cory Franks.
Randy, you want to do the honors?
Go ahead. You're doing a good job at it. I got a few questions, but you do a really good job. So let her happen, Logue. So, hey, Cory, how are you?
Well, if he can hear us.
Gosh, we should get better about this, Kenzie.
Oh, me. Well, pullers and technology aren't exactly friends sometimes.
Cory, you got us?
Hmm.
No, we're 0 for 3 on this tonight.
Yeah.
Look at their picture. Can you see it with me in the background here?
Oh,
Wonder
yeah.
what's-
Randy has bandana.
Yeah.
Do we wait till he notices, or
Looks
You
like
there,
he's
Cory? He can't hear us at all.
no? Oh,
Uh-oh.
well,
Maybe he's going to reboot.
either that he's got a phone call coming in.
Hmm.
So until he comes
He
back,
said he can't hear us.
Got
so
it.
that's a speaker problem. Let's try again. How about now?
How's that, Cory?
Is he on the phone?
I believe it to be, yeah.
So why is it? If he's just on the phone, why is the speaker having problems?
Hmm.
dropped it again.
Yeah. So,
Well, it was neat
Well-
hearing from Lisa after seeing her performance last year anyway, so that was cool.
yes. It'd be really cool to see Cory.
You got
play.
us, Cory?
I think he's froze.
Looks like it's froze.
Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely.
You know, the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Ah, so
I
we're
can hear
gonna
you
get
now.
rid of this Cory.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Hey,
Alright.
there's the Cory that works.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had to log out, and log back in. I heard I checked in a little bit earlier, and I heard the whole other part of the other conversation. And then when it switched to me, I didn't hear anything.
Gotcha.
Of course.
Happens every
Absolutely.
time.
Absolutely.
So,
Hey.
Mr. Cory Frank,
How we doing?
tell us a little bit about you, who you are, what you do.
My name's Cory Frank. I'm from Burbank, Ohio. I pull the light pro stock, high standards. We run some NTPA, mostly OSTPA, and do a little bit of floating. Pulled with full pull productions before, and yeah, that's it.
Didn't you start out pulling trucks, Cory, and then you just switched over to high standards a couple years ago, right?
Yeah,
Tell-
so back in high school, just outside of high school, I started with my own pickup in the old Map Groove 2.6 days. Ran that for a while, then went to 2.5 for a little bit, and then I got out of it. I was out of it for probably 4 or 5 years, and then I got an opportunity to start driving for the Humpy family out of Southern Ohio, running 3-inch trucks, and I ran with them for 4 years. So 3 years, so 2021 to 2024. And then my wife and I bought this tractor in the spring of 24 off of April and Kendall Hauk. And we've been in the tractors ever since.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So,
Yeah, and then you won the points in 24, right? And then 25 as well.
yep. We won the points our rookie year and then won them again this year. So,
Yep. So what possessed you to buy the tractor versus a truck?
so my uncle has a light pro. His is aces and eights. He runs the OSTPA circuit too. He let me drive it for the first time at Wayne County Fair. Their fair pool got rained out, and they had that open pool where OSTPA came and ran, but it wasn't for points, and it was free that year. He let me run his tractor there, and I fell in love with the tractors. I thought the tractors were cool. And then from there, I always helped my grandpa and my uncle growing up. You know, they had Hot Farm and then stepped up into the light pro class in 2012 when OSTPA took it on. And I always crew chiefed and helped him, and he allowed me to drive a couple times a year. And I just always wanted to get back into a tractor, and we were fortunately able to make that happen.
That's good. That's exciting. So now what you've done some changes and the whole tire game has really stepped up throughout the years. And then now you guys are going indoor pulling next week. So do you guys have to
Yes.
do did you change up anything? No secrets. We don't want to hear any secrets, but you probably had to change up quite a bit to go outside pulling versus inside pulling.
The only thing we really change up is gear. Other than gear, I pretty much leave everything else the same. Last year was the first year we indoor pulled a tractor, and it was at Cloverdale
Yep.
there in January. And everybody told us that we needed to change a bunch of stuff to go inside. So we did, they said air your tires up, change this, change that. So we did that, and we just did not perform very well on the first night. Like, we still qualified, but it just didn't run and act the way that the tractor normally did. So when we went in for the second night, Saturday qualifying, we said the heck with it. We were already in the finals, so we're like, well, let's go back to what we know. We'll go back to what we do outside. We did that, and the tractor was way happier. The only thing I do is drop a gear or so from being outside. Other than that, I have left everything else the same.
No, that's it. That's good. That's interesting to hear that from a someone that does it for sure. But so what is your outlook for next week? Because
I don't.
Louisville's a little bit different than you struggled just a little bit out there at Cloverdale. So
A little bit's an understatement. I think I struggled a whole bunch out there.
well, you had a little technical difficulties. We'll leave it at that. I think I've been told.
Yeah, you
So
could say that. Yeah, you could say it was technical difficulties. Some of it was operator error and mechanic. That was myself. I might have not set something up properly, and it came back to bite me. So clutch was out Friday. Had an issue with the clutch pedal there on Friday. Got that figured out. And then Saturday, we kind of swung for the fences because we missed it so bad on Friday. We figured we had to do something, and it did not work. So we tucked our tails and came home early on Saturday.
understood.
So I don't feel super good going into farm show. I felt way more confident. I felt that the tractor performed a lot better last year at Cloverdale, kind of gave you that hype to go into Louisville that you did well, especially considering like this year and even last year, there was a lot of tractors that I will pull against in Freedom Hall were at Cloverdale. And it kind of gave you a general idea of how you were going to do. And I really hope that's not how we do.
No,
But
I'm sure you've got everything lined up 6 in a row to make her go for next week. I'm sure.
yeah, we came home, tore it down, found a couple issues inside the engine. Got them put back together, and we haven't been able to take it outside and fire it yet because it's been so cold here. I didn't
Yeah.
figure it'd be too happy sucking in negative 11 or 12 degree air, so I think we're gonna push it outside and fire it tomorrow. It's supposed to be like a high of 26 or something, which doesn't sound high, but it's been way better than it has been.
It's been cold everywhere.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. Then you got a foot of snow over there to contend with as well.
Yeah, we got about a foot of snow, and then Saturday. So we worked on Friday, finished it up on Friday. Saturday, when I woke up, it was negative 18 here.
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
So
Yuck.
Yeah,
I
for
didn't figure
sure.
it'd want to run. It doesn't run very good at 50 degrees, let alone negative 11. So
For sure, absolutely. So
It's
how
got to
many?
build good power at those temperatures, at least.
Oh, for sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you actually went to the treadmill and you found a few things here the last month or so.
Yeah, we were at the treadmill twice. No, technically 3 times.
Yeah.
First time we had some engine issues. Got those fixed. Went to another dyno out there. Jeremy Smith let us come to his dyno. We hit it on that 3 or 4 times, made sure everything was good, and then went up to Sound Beans and finalized everything up at Sound Beans on the third hit. So, but it's not been a super great start to 26 for us. So I'm hoping that all that's behind us and we can move from there. But we've gotten extremely lucky the last 2 years, parts wise and stuff. We've had minor issues here and there, and I think it finally all caught up to us this year. So.
Well, maybe you can get them all shook out here the next couple
Well,
weeks, and then when you go back outside, it'll be a lot of fun just go pulling, right?
Oh,
So
that's the hope. I have time to work on it right now, so I'm not sure that I'm
correct.
going to have time to work on it in the spring and stuff. So,
Yeah, yeah. Tell everybody, give everyone just a little backstory of what's Cory Frank do every day, all day.
so my cousin and I own a landscape supply business in Lodi, Ohio. Sell mulch, topsoil, natural stone, stuff like that. Supply a bunch of local landscapers. We do a little bit of grain farming on the side. My dad and I do. We run a bunch of cattle. Got a feedlot, got a cow calf operation, and then we've also got a trucking company we do a little bit of trucking as well. So a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Sounds about like Randy to me.
Yeah, so I mean, Randy and I are in the same neck of the woods, so we're not too far apart. But yeah,
Yeah,
basically, you
yeah,
get a little bit of everything. So one thing fails, hopefully you got something else to fall back on. But
yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, and so with that being said, the Cory gets busy just like when we go farming,
yep, yep. Well, the
Memorial
problem
Day.
is farming always kicks off about the time the landscape business kicks
Yeah,
off. So it's
yeah. Memorial Day weekend's like his big
yeah,
weekend. But 3 weeks prior to that, he's all in to get it done, and tractor sits in the back burner, I'm sure. So
yeah, yeah. It hasn't looked. I mean, this year, I mean, I think what the first OSTPA hook isn't until the end of June. I think I
yeah,
saw on that schedule, like June 20th or something like that. So we definitely have some
Oh, wow.
time.
yeah. I mean, the first Ohio event it's in the 1st of June there, but I think your first one isn't till the end there.
Yeah, our
Yeah,
first event is I think towards the end of June.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, that'll
There
be
is,
good.
I know the guys down there at Kentucky, the Battle of the Bluegrass, they did that light pro shootout last year in May, and I saw one of them there at Cloverdale, and he said that they were going to do it again. So if they do that again, we'll go down there. So we'll try to get out in May if we can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
get a test hit in just to see how happy it is outside.
yeah, we
So
went down there last year. It was a good time with those guys. So
gotcha. All right, I'm not very good at this. I just at figuring out. Yeah, Cory, who is there's another question for you. Who's your pulling hero, Cory?
who's my pulling hero?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good one. I mean, I think I kind of have to go with what everybody else, and it's got to be the Masterson there on the Tinker toy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don was he's a
That or you know
cornerstone.
what? No, I think I might have to change it. It's got to be Ken Vinny.
Yeah.
He's pretty local to us there in Wadsworth, and
Yeah.
I mean he's a legend. Everybody you talk to knows Ken Vinny.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
really?
Yeah, for sure. So what got you started in going pulling right there out of high school with your 2.6 truck, Cory? What possessed you to go pulling versus anything else?
I mean, I grew up around it. You know, my grandpa, and my uncle. From the
Yeah.
time I was little, we'd go. Like I remember being a little kid playing on the play gym there at Bunker Hill. You know, I mean, so I grew up in it essentially. It's kind of been a family thing for the
Mm-hmm.
most part. And then, you know, we had farm tractors, but, you know, those were for making money. You weren't allowed to go pulling with those. So
Mm-hmm.
I took my daily driver street truck that I had at the time and decided to go pulling with that. Reed Harley was actually
Mm-hmm.
a big factor in that. And then it snowballed from there and grew and built that, and then and eventually ended up getting out of it. You know, I guess I was at the age where I had to buy a house and do all that fun stuff, and we got out of it. And then, like I said, we were able to get back. I had a pretty sweet deal with the Humpies driving for them. You know, it was just basically my time. I didn't have to pay for it, but now unfortunately I got to do both: drive it and pay for it, and do all the wrenching and stuff. But the trucks were
Understood.
fun. Yeah, the
You're
trucks
right.
were definitely fun.
Right. Did you ever think when you went to the farm show or when you were going Ohio State pulling that you'd be out there being Cory Frank at 330 feet winning the points championship? Did you ever think you would be there?
No, so my wife gives me a really hard time about it. Adam, my crew chief that helps me at all my pulls, he gives me a real hard time about it. Every single year we have gone pulling with the tractor, I start the season with we're not running points. We're not running points. We're not doing this.
Yep.
The first, we bought the tractor in May, and it was a good tractor, but it was just outdated. I mean, at the time, Kendall and them had just had some family stuff go on, and had just let it, kind of outdated. It was smaller turbo, old tires, stuff like that. And we decided that we were going to spend, I said, well, we're going to spend this first year and we're going to just learn the tractor. Well, then that progressed into,
Someone's upset.
changing tires, learning that. Then we decided we needed more power. So we upgraded the bigger turbo and, everything that comes with that. And then, partway through the season, I think, sometime in around Oak Harbor time, probably. So what are you into
July.
August?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, July.
July, end of July, 1st of August. Yep.
I realized that I was actually in the points race, and because we had gone to every event, just obviously chasing parts and trying to learn the tractor. We went to every possible hook that we could actually go to, and by like Oak Harbor, where I was like, oh, okay, well, we're actually in this. We actually have a shot at winning this. So then we just took it hook by hook, and then it come down. It ended up coming down to the last event. It would have
I was gonna
ran it all the way
to
down to the last.
yeah, I was say that first year was right down to Kershaw,ton wasn't
So
it?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so Jerry Martin and I were going back and forth. We were extremely tight. We went into Dover. He beat me at Dover. I was second. He was first. I think I had lost 3 points to him or something. I think I was three points ahead of him, or 3 or 4 points ahead of him at that time. And we went into Coshocton. We had to pull both nights at Coshocton. We pulled Friday night for the actual points, and then we pulled Saturday for the championship finale. And Friday and Saturday ended up getting rained out, but Friday got rained out, and we ended up winning it, and didn't actually have to pull on Friday.
Yep.
Wow.
So
Then the finale got rained out as well that year.
yeah,
so.
everything got rained out that year. Technically we won that on a technicality of rainouts. We had led up to that rainout. And then it would have come down to that last hook. And Jerry's tractor runs really good. It was going to be a good competition. It was neat because it was back to the old red versus green thing going down towards the end. So.
So
Right.
would you put that on your list of people you'd like to beat the most, or who would you like to beat the most?
I really love beating, and I have not got to do it this year, and I hope he's watching, but I really love to beat Noah Allison. He is a really good friend of mine. He's a really good friend of mine. He has offered us parts. I actually had a transmission from him this year, and we just have that really good relationship where no matter who beats who, we're still friends at the end of the day. We talk and everything's great, but beating him is probably one of my favorite things. Now, again, I did not get to do it this year. He definitely beat me every time I hooked against him this year.
That's hilarious.
So if
Tell
I
us
can
a little bit.
if I can get around him, it'll be way sweeter. But
Yeah.
Tell us a little
Yeah.
bit about your tractor itself. Some of the
Tell
stuff
us the
from
gear,
the
ratio,
motor
gear ratios and everything. We want to know all of it.
yeah. Oh, it's a Kendall Houck. They built it. Wipeout actually originally built it in 2016. It was supposed to be one of their show tractors, actually. Kendall ended up buying it from them. It is a 2016 MX 275. We still run a factory DT 466 block. It's all tied together. We got Scheid fuel, Weimer air, Northwoods head. All the billet parts on the bottom end, Callie's crank, stuff like that. It's got Profab trans in it, billet differential from Atlas.
Wow.
Light and bull gears, all that stuff. So it originally was designed to run at 8,500. Actually, it had won, I think, 2 or 3 NTPA Region 2 points championships before I got it. So I believe the tractor's up to 5 points championships now.
Wow.
So remind us again what class this is.
The Light Pro.
So is this a component chassis,
No,
or
it
is this still an ag?
Nope. It's still an ag chassis. So
Randy-
components haven't passed in Ohio State, and they're still
Randy,
a
have
year
you
out
gone
in
to that?
NTPA. What's that?
So you guys haven't gone to the component chassis rules on the state side?
No, they have not. And actually,
Because-
NTPA hasn't either. I believe they're not doing it till 20. I don't think till next year, 27
Yeah,
technically.
Correct,
Yeah.
Corey. And the reason,
Yep.
Logan, we have not done that. I think the biggest reason is we
We're
run
combined.
we run a combo class, the lights and limiteds. So that's why they've not. There's just too much to try to, too many. Like that would be like trying to combine 4 classes versus 2 classes.
Yeah, technically you could have upwards of 4 different tractors in the class. You could have a component light pro, you could have a ag chassis light pro, then you could have a component limited, and then an ag chassis limited.
Wow. That gets complicated quick.
Yeah, they're kind of everybody's on the back burner, kind of waiting to see how the component stuff works out, and then go from there. We've pulled against a couple components at Cloverdale. but they're all new, fresh. Nobody has come out yet, I believe, with a component in Ohio. I believe there's 1 or 2 coming out this year, but that are, they're just ahead of the curve. But nobody's actually ran a component heads up with us to figure out how it's going to work. I know they want to do a bunch of stuff with weight, but I'm not sure what they're going to be able to do with the rules. So
Right.
We got
Well.
the one and only Noah Allison here.
Where is it?
Is he there?
Yeah, hang on. I want to do this.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
There it is.
What do you got to say, Cory?
I said that you're my favorite person to beat, but I haven't got to do that this year.
This is awesome. Noah, who's your favorite person to beat?
Oh, we always try to be in front of Cory, you know. A good friendly rival, you know. But we're big on I'd say Jeff Michelacci and the Smiths are a tough one that we're always chasing.
That's awesome.
Jeff he's a tough guy.
Yeah.
I mean, they all.
Yeah, Mr.
Jeff-
Hollywood, he's hard to beat, but we go back and forth pretty good with him. So.
Yeah, it was great to see you guys last week or 2 weeks, whenever Cloverdale was.
Yeah.
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 No, Cory's a good puller. We have a lot of fun. You go back and forth.
Yeah, for
Gosh.
sure.
Now, Noah, you, from what I believe, you do have an international. It is, right? It's not none of that green paint.
No, I have an international. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. So, how long? Let's get a little bit of backstory while we got Noah here. How long have you been doing this stuff, and who is Noah Allison?
Well, I'm Noah Allison. I'm out of Wellsville, Ohio. I started in 2023. Bought a tractor off of Travis Tilton. Used to be Always Something. Kind of got my start there. Added a second Light Pro that year. Tripped my trigger off of Tom Lammers, and we were running 2 around that year. Kind of got our feet pretty wet. We did really good that year. Didn't win no points championship. We kind of hooked. I think we hooked over 40 hooks our first year. We were just anywhere we could get a hook, we were going. So I guess our second year we built a brand new tractor, top to bottom, and then it would be the second year we added a pro semi into that mix, and we're kind of running around doing all that. We ran USA East this year to win a points championship that kind of got us into Louisville. That was kind of a good challenge to beat there, and we ran back and forth at Ohio State, and so. But
You just came to beat up on me.
Yeah, we kind of dialed in a brand new one. It was a lot of work, like Cory said. We had the same problems he had out at Cloverdale. That's why we get along good. We share a motor builder, and we just have a lot of fun. We share back and forth and do whatever we can do to help each other out.
No, that's too cool with all that. So, what nights do we pull down here in Louisville?
Saturday afternoon.
Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, we only get one shot at it.
One shot, 245 feet, right, Cory?
Right into the sand pile.
Right in the sand pile.
Yep.
Gosh. So look, I'm just looking down through the list of all the light pros here. Who
That's
else
a
comes
stacked
to the
class.
top? It looks to be a stacked class. What all comes to mind when you look at this whole list of drivers?
They're tough, every single one of them. I mean, they had to do something. They had to win a points championship or do well to get there in the first place. And I mean, there isn't a tractor I don't think that's going that doesn't have an opportunity to win it.
I agree with Cory. I mean, I think it's going to be full order and who's got the best setup that day. So
And Louisville's so tough because it's only 200. I mean, what is it? 245, and I think you're in the sand.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's there's a happy medium between leaving too hard and leaving too light. I mean, that's slow.
Yeah.
Well, he is
He
that
locked
us?
up.
No, we did.
No,
Nope, they. I don't know.
Noah's still there.
I can hear
Yeah,
Ken's and Jason. Yep.
Well,
Okay, so
this is
I don't know where
Corey
Corey
died,
went.
Noah now.
like,
Well, Noah's back.
either
Noah's
his. I
still
think
here.
his phone died. His phone had to have died.
Yeah, he might have
Oh,
been there or
maybe.
something.
So, what do you got left to do, Noah, before the farm show?
We're pretty much ready to go. We're just
Corey's
we
back.
we painted our tractor right before Cloverdale, so we're finalizing that up, and yeah, trailer's hooked up. We're ready to go. So,
Corey,
Yes,
what do you got
your
left to
phone.
do before the farm show?
We got to roll it outside and fire it tomorrow. Make sure we put everything back together correctly. And then realistically, I just got to load it. Kevin Banyan's coming up tomorrow. I'm gonna haul him down. So actually, there's 3 of us from the same motor guy that are going. So hopefully that's an advantage for us. 3 of us with similar setups stacked. Hopefully we get a little bit of distance between us in the class loader, so we can at least learn from each other.
Yeah,
I
for
agree
sure.
with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for
But-
sure.
Other than that, just load it. Well, I'll winterize it before we go down. I'll blow all the water and everything out of it, and after we run it tomorrow, and then essentially load it and go down there.
I guess that's something I never really have thought about. I mean, you load all your water in it, and then you got to take it all back out because you'll freeze it in the trailer on the way down.
Yep. Yeah,
Huh.
Yeah, and then
we'll-
you have
we'll
to
bring
run
all
their
the
water and
out of
fuel
it.
down there.
Yeah, plus you got to run their water and fuel. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Mhm.
well, it has to be empty to go in there anyway because like I said, you'll have to run their water and fuel. So it also when you come home on Saturday, we'll end up leaving right after we pull on Saturday and coming home.
Mhm.
I did not winterize it last year. After that, the 5-hour ride home or whatever, it didn't freeze, but before we go down, we will because we'll go down Thursday and it'll sit outside in the trailer all Thursday night because we can't go in until Friday morning. So.
Mhm.
Right.
wow. Oh,
Right.
So- this is your second year at the farm show. How'd you do last year, and what's some of your favorite memories from it?
We ended up 5th last year. Right. I mean, I think 245 won it, and we were 240.9 something. So there was 5 of us stacked right into 240s. It felt good. We were in the hunt. We felt good when we left. I mean, Alan Cook ended up winning it. Mike Palmer was 2nd. Mikey Weeklands was 3rd, and I think Matt Smith was 4th. And I mean, every top tractor, the top 5 was tough.
Yeah, it's a
So-
stacked class down there.
Yeah, and I mean, we ran with those guys, all of them, throughout the summer, other than Weeklands. We didn't really run much with him. He's over on the east side, but it felt good to be in the hunt with those guys, and hopefully we can do the same thing this year. I mean, that class is just as stacked this year as it was last year.
Yeah, that's awesome with all that. It's a really cool class to watch because there's a lot of stuff going on.
For sure. For sure.
You don't have to tell us the exact number, but just curious.
He had enough of us apparently.
Apparently.
Him and Noah decided
He
they're
just
probably
knew I was going to ask him a question about how many horsepower his motor made on the dyno.
Oh,
So
he felt bad, so he's back. Oh, sorry.
you do it.
Okay.
What?
Well, try again.
Well, there now Corey's back in the middle.
I'm back.
That's too funny.
Yeah, for sure.
How'd the dyno numbers come out? Were they where you wanted them to be?
You never have enough.
I was going to say, they're never enough.
Yeah, there's never enough.
What-
I mean,
what
you want to
is
go there and
enough?
find more. What's that?
How much? So I come from the alcohol background. What is enough horsepower in one of these oil burners?
oil burners.
Oil burner.
Just
Wow.
getting changed.
I mean,
Wow.
in the light pro class, we've heard numbers upwards of 3,300
Wow.
horse. So
So we could pull one of the motors right out of the Mini, stick it in there, and I think we'd be competitive. That'd be a heck of a light pro. I'm telling you, Randy. I'd build one of those tractors in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
yeah, but see, you're forgetting that other number, that torque number.
Yeah, that torque
Yeah.
number.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
The T number there for
yeah.
sure.
The H number's the same, but I bet the T number's not.
Yeah.
I don't
You
think
more-
so.
Yeah,
You more
Yeah.
ugga duggas in those.
yeah,
For sure. For
Gosh,
sure.
That's funny.
All right, Cory Hayes, great talking to you. Thanks for coming on and yapping with us for a little bit. And tell Kate and the little one we said hello. And anybody else you want to thank before we see you next week in Louisville?
Yeah, I mean, I got to thank my wife, Kate. She's in the house with the baby, taking care of her. I'm sure she's probably asleep by now, but she's my rock. She's been great this whole thing. And running across the countryside like last year, we ran the points, and she was pregnant the whole time, and followed us around to 27 or 28 events last year. We went to Toma and stuff.
Toma, yeah.
Adam Miller, he's my crew chief. I just get to be the lucky one that sits in the seat. He does a really good job setting the tractor up, pushing me. I kind of want to, I have a tendency to stick to what I know, and he's pretty good about poking me to get me to go out of my comfort zone. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But Josh Hersey down at Powerhouse Creations, he's our motor guy, keeps all of us running, me, Noah, Kevin, and there's a list of other guys that he keeps running. Keeps all of our parts in stock. Phone call away, always answers, does a great job for us. And then, my dad's getting more into it. When we bought the tractor, I didn't think that he would approve of it, but he's been a lot of help with going to the pools, and he's kind of helping with Adam, takes Adam's job sometimes and picks a spot on the track. And then, the rest of my family, my uncle, my grandpa, my mom, my stepdad, all those guys, they all go with us, and it's a great time.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. I know every one of those people he listed off. Great people. They're a lot of fun to be with all summer long. So, but
yeah, it's a good time, and it's a great opportunity that we both pull Ohio State. My uncle and I are 10 minutes apart, maybe 5 minutes on down the road, so we trade some stuff back and forth if need be. I go over there and steal fittings and stuff all the time. And so it's good. It's nice to have somebody that close that has parts and stuff. We trade stuff back and forth and some knowledge. And I actually drove his tractor a little bit this year. He got hurt there, and he was actually supposed to drive for me. I actually had a wedding to go to, 2 weddings to go to. And he was supposed to drive for me one time, and then if I didn't make it to the second time, he was supposed to drive at Worcester for me. And then he actually got hurt the day before he was supposed to take the tractor to Mount Gilead, so I ended up having to skip the wedding and take both of them, take mine and his. And then Adam took my tractor to Worcester. I went to the wedding. It was my sister's wedding to boot. I went to my sister's wedding, went through the ceremony, and then we bailed and went to Worcester. So, but I was like, well, hey, we're in the points race. Like, I had this lined up, but unfortunately, that's not how it worked out. So
we're not running points.
I know. I tell myself that every year. My wife always tries to make me deals. If I don't run points, then we can go do this instead, or I can buy this instead, or something, and it just never works out. I just I get wrapped up into it, and then I don't know. I like the competition aspect of it. It's fun. So
you only live once, so do what makes you happy.
Yeah. This year looks completely different, though. I've said every year that we're not going to run points, and I really probably do mean it this year. With the baby, my wife took a new job. She doesn't have as much freedom as she had before. We bought a new farm, so we've got a ton of work to do there to try to get it ready. We'd like to move up there eventually out of our current house up to there. So my summer's pretty well booked at the moment. So I'm not real sure what we're going to do this year or how much we're going to be out. So
that's awesome. Well,
For sure.
Randy, what do you got left?
Now, just tell Cory good luck next week, and obviously, you know, I'll be down there. We'll all be down there, and if you need a hand, just give us a holler. We'll help you any way we can. But good luck, and we'll see you next week, Cory. Thanks for coming.
Yep, see ya. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yep, see ya.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
There you go, folks. Cory Frank. What a great show tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
It was a
Hey,
good
we're-
time.
Even through
Hey,
the
we're actually-
slight technical difficulties,
Yeah.
I
And
think
minor
we managed
details.
to have some the minor stuff, the easy stuff, but
For sure.
no.
Yeah.
We
we
got one more
we
week of quiet and then a busy week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a busy life.
I was gonna say we're already pretty busy here.
Yeah, you guys got a lot to get ready with this stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Well-
for sure. Yeah. The OG and the newbie, huh? Is that what that is?
Yeah, I was wondering if everybody's gonna
Yeah.
Kind of hit the corner there.
nonchalant.
Yeah, I'm glad
That's
Jason's
too
there because
funny.
he's new. He's a new, more of a newbie than me. I was the newbie, so I got.
Yeah, so now, pass it on.
I'm now the new guy.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's hilarious.
We'll
I feel
hang
like
out
I have
together,
gray hair
so-
sitting in this room.
So yeah, you and Ken's for sure.
Yeah, carrying all the gray hair over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still got hair, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
For sure.
Well, I think it was a good show tonight. What are we planning for
Absolutely.
next week? Anything we can talk about right now?
I don't have.
We don't have an agenda for next week yet.
We can. Would you want to
All
find
right.
it?
What's in store?
We gonna find somebody for other people that are going to Louisville. That'll be
I
Monday
don't
before-
see why not.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
that-
Monday before.
We got a couple more people in Ohio that are going to the farm show, so we can I can see if I can get those guys rounded up for Monday night.
Yeah,
And,
that'd be cool.
Whatever you think, you know. You guys will be. Will you guys be down south next, or will
Yes,
Where will you guys be?
I'll be leaving on Wednesday to go down there. I gotta make a stop in
Wednesday?
Florida first.
To
Yeah,
Wednesday.
I don't know.
Wednesday?
dates, honestly.
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah. When's Wednesday?
I believe we're going to be here next Monday, though, right? We're still going to be here.
I'm not gonna be here. I'm leaving not tomorrow, but
Oh,
the day
that's
after.
right. Everybody's taking off except
Yeah.
stand up back.
No, because
So
you
we'll-
guys would be down. Yes,
Yeah,
no,
I think
we'll
we're
be
all
on
gonna
site.
be.
We'll be on site.
It's a logistical nightmare.
It is always.
So,
Well, we'll all
Jason,
be
are you
together.
sticking around? Will we see you more? Are we going back to the OG, Jason? What are we doing here with stuff?
I think it's going to be a little bit of both. Sure.
A little bit of both?
I plan on being around.
Yeah, I just got stuck here tonight, so.
No, no,
Sunday,
stop.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I made
Well,
a
that's
new date,
awesome.
so I have more time.
There you go. Right. Well, it was awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready to round it up and call it a night?
Yeah. Let's do it.
wrap it up.
Absolute.
We'll be back 7 Central, 8 Eastern. I got it right this time.
8 o'clock real
There you
time.
go.
That's
8 o'clock
right.
real time. We'll catch you on the next one, y'all. Have a good night.
Today.
Let's talk about today.
Compare national state level, you have to run non-sales, wholesale.
Is 9,000.
The only mistake I made, I didn't put her rate in the registration booth.
Just this ever-evolving story. And